truly kicking this show off with some super cool nerd news. I'm just kidding.
Extremely
Cora's
rude.
gonna kill me.
0 out of 10.
She's gonna murder me. Hey everybody, welcome to an audio episode of SCNS Live, the super cool nerd show. Thank you for joining us out there. I just got threatened with a brick. Thank you for joining us out there in the super cool nerd nation for another week of news, nerds, and Tom Holland, the crown has been passed. So I'll get to that later. Anyway, thank you guys. I am Jason the X. This is Cass over here.
My name is Cass. Happy Pride.
The last one?
The last one? Yeah.
Sure. There's Cat over there. Nice, nice. And over there turning the knobs, making everything look, sound pretty. Great. And she got her Shirley Temple drink. Yes, Cora.
Hello, I have Shirley Temple.
Stop the echo now.
In a can. It's just 7-Up cherry.
This product not sponsored by 7-Up, blah, 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 blah.
I would...
Totally
Make 7-Up yours.
I'm not putting vodka in a Shirley Temple. It's a virgin drink.
I don't even know what you would put in a Shirley Temple. Like, to make it
You
alcoholic.
put Sprite in... Oh, yeah.
Would you like to know what the Canadians do to make a Shirley Temple?
I
put a
assume
beaver
dip
in it.
denim in it.
God! No, all right.
I'd like to apologize to the country of Canada for, as an American, once again, apologizing to Canada.
This is like the least offensive thing
It's a
we've
weekly
done
thing.
in Canada.
Yeah, that's the least.
So, normally a Shirley Temple is made with either 7-Up or ginger ale and grenadine. Canadians add an extra ingredient to that, and that's orange juice.
Oh, that sounds good.
Like, it
I
sounds
would drink
good, but I'm also like...
But also, like, why don't you just call it something else?
They do. It's called a Canadian Shirley Temple.
Oh, okay.
Oh, no, Canada, don't do that.
I don't know if they were going to call it what's another, Drew Barrymore. Girl child
the Celine
star.
Dion.
I thought you meant Canadian. I'm like,
No,
she's
no,
not.
child star.
Oh, yeah, child stars.
I couldn't think of another one from that early.
Yeah.
I looked exactly like Drew Barrymore when I was 3.
Right off the tracks. Just...
Blonde,
Did you run
pigtails.
into an alien that you helped to go home or whatever? I saw that movie, I think, once.
Do not get E.T.
He
That's all. That's all. We can move on. I
touches
didn't
your forehead
get
with
it.
his glowy finger.
But
That's the only
at that
thing I know.
age, yes.
Yeah.
That's the version. I looked exactly like.
Did you get out of your system?
I see.
Excellent.
Get
Good.
what?
I don't know.
Random tangents?
We're
You know she didn't.
whiling away the time.
You dropped a brick on my face. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed our D&D adventure on Saturday. I'm hoping that next weekend we'll have one as well.
That would
on
be the
time.
finale.
That
Huh?
would be the finale.
It's also the 4th of July weekend, so I don't know if that's plausible.
We'll talk about it off screen.
Yeah, okay, cool. Anyway, D&D on the channel, go check it out. So, anybody else got anything? I got nothing like to open up with this week.
How was your week, Jason?
It's pretty good.
Oh, I do want to give a disclaimer.
Oh?
No one is beating me. I was helping somebody move, and I put too much furniture on my arm and leg, and I guess kicked something because my ankle I'm fine. I just want to give. Although
It's on
now I realize that
record.
saying that.
It's on record that you're not being hurt.
Yeah.
That's not ideal.
But I also understand that a preemptive update on that looks very suspicious. Hey,
I did ask her
I got
who-
news for you. You didn't just hit my arm. That's not what that was.
Katy Perry and
Wait,
Orlando
what?
Bloom broke up.
I didn't know
Oh my
they were together.
goodness.
What?
I don't care.
They were like
For
married,
9
I
years,
think.
apparently.
What? Oh, okay.
Apparently,
That
Katy Perry
does-
split up with Russell Brand, and this would have
Yeah.
been like her next thing.
Oh.
And then she went to space, and now he's not hot enough for her.
I'll take him.
Ridiculous.
I know. If
Same.
you're looking for a rebound.
I had only one thirsty poster in my room
And it
growing
was
up.
thirsty.
It was Orlando Bloom.
I
thirsty.
still have my Orlando Bloom Legolas action figure.
Of course you did.
I made him a little Christmas hat, so
I'm not
it could be my elf
shocked
on
at
the
all.
shelf.
Sure.
You're not shocked.
Not even
Chris-
slightest.
Christmas, the Middle Earth holiday of Christmas.
Oh, I did last night get to be on our buddy Travis Moody's A Toy Kind of Movie.
Yeah.
Talking about some Hasbro stuff, Transformers. They brought me out. They referred to me as the red man to their Wu-Tang Clan. Not exactly a member, but I'm always around every now and then. So I was like, I'll take that. But it was always good hanging out with them, talking some toys.
Is that better than calling you David Harbour in the Thunderbolts?
Very much so.
Okay.
Red Man's actually cool. Anyway.
I love that character. I love Red Guardian.
I'm glad you like Thunderbolts because I have some news
that
about
they're
that
like,
as well.
there are lots of kinds of families, but one of the kinds of family is like, sure, go get that validation somewhere else.
Yeah.
It's not going to be here. A little bit when Jason goes to other podcasts. I'm always
I'll go
have a
anywhere.
good time
I
and
just
they're
sit
nice
right
to
there and
them.
do,
Yeah, but
I'm
you're
just
still
like-
on someone else's podcast.
and talk about toys. That's it. I mean,
No.
it's a level
Like,
play.
I'm like, yeah, go get that validation. I cannot talk toys with you, and I'm
Yeah.
not going to learn.
Yeah. If
I get
you,
it out
if
of
you
my
need
system.
somebody to talk
Yeah.
about your hyperfixation and just putting it out,
Hyperfixation on toys, me?
I'm just saying if there's a dude
Ridiculous.
podcast out there
Everyone
somewhere.
laugh with him.
One of these days, you're gonna say that, and I'm just gonna take the camera off of the stand and just show everyone the room.
I did actually like pan over a little bit because I was trying to show off this stuff, and the audience, they were like, "What the?"
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
guys
the goat.
have-
Anyway,
You guys have no idea
you can
what
only
we're
see,
dealing with.
like what you see in my shot is not everything.
I should never have. I should never have gone to college. Anyway,
Yeah.
all right. So now that we've badgered me, because that's always good. It's always good to get.
That's what the opening of the show's for.
Anyway, let's go ahead and kick this thing off with some super cool nerd news. So I'm glad you mentioned Thunderbolts because the director, Jake Schreier, I actually did a story not too long ago that he was rumored to be directing the live-action X-Men movie. Well, Ryan Coogler, very talented director of Sinners, Black Panther, you name it, this man is just a very talented individual, was asked a question. Someone at the Ironheart, well, they were doing interviews for Ironheart, they were doing press, and someone asked him, "Are you directing the X-Men movie?" And Coogler did not hesitate when he said, "No, Jake is directing that." And then instantly got that look.
That Tom Holland look.
That look of Kevin Feige is now angry with me. When asked for confirmation, after realizing that he did, I get asked confirmation, "Are you talking about Jake Schreier?" Coogler said, "Yeah." So
He knew he messed up anyway.
Thunderbolts was one of the best Marvel movies they've done in quite some time. A very good team movie, which is kind of what you would need going into an X-Men movie because the X-Men are a team, but they're kind of a family.
I was about to say, also a dysfunctional one.
Very.
Which so is Thunderbolts.
But you roll up on a mutant,
yeah.
they come at you with some gang activity. I want to see that. Like, I'm down for that kind of violence. Like, Wolverine and Cyclops do not like each other, like the same girl.
Yeah.
But if you mess with a mutant, you on the receiving end of I-beams and claws, and you just don't want that. You don't want that. So I think he's a really good choice just from what he did with Thunderbolts. And this doesn't mean he's not going to come back and direct the Thunderbolts again. He's going to handle this. We let the freaking Russo brothers handle a bunch of stuff. So hey, I'm excited about this. But also, Tom Holland, you're okay now. You're good. You relinquish the crown. Go give the crown to Ryan.
The crown, I do have to say, is shared between Tom Holland and Mark Ruffalo.
Yeah.
Because Tom Holland didn't accidentally live stream the first 20 minutes of his own movie.
I will admit, Coogler was a bit more unapologetic. I was like, it's not what? What am I going to do?
Yeah.
I directed Sinners. I ain't worried about Kevin Feige.
Seriously, if Marvel never hits me up again, I'm going to be.
Like, if there's one person with the pull to actually, hey, I messed up, but so what, I messed up. It is Coogler. So I like this though. I know who do you start your X-Men movie out with?
I'm exactly the wrong person because I only really know the.
Who do you start it out with?
Yeah. What? Because you can't bring in everybody in the X-Mansion. You can't.
I mean, I tell the story around Gambit. But
I mean,
it's just 'cause
Core?
I like Gambit.
You know which X-Men? Give me two. Give me two X-Men that you want in the live action movie.
That we haven't had already?
I can be somebody you've had already. It doesn't matter.
I want Jubilee.
Okay, good choice. I like
Ooh,
that.
yeah.
She was one of the favorites for the writers of the comics. So I think that's just appropriate. Also, she's one of my favorites. And Gambit.
I mean,
obviously.
you can obviously pick that one. That's fine. I will counter that with I want Rogue.
Yeah.
I want Rogue in X-Men 97 was a strong character.
My thing is, it depends on how you're introducing them.
Yeah.
If you're introducing, like, a universe that will somehow kind of dovetail with our current one, then you need an outsider coming into, similar to the first live action from 2001, have an outsider who comes into. But if you're doing, they're just starting to emerge, and they've either been in secret or they're just now starting to understand that they have powers, I think it has to be one of the core.
I want their outsider to be Professor X.
Well, along with my other pick with Rogue, I want Beast.
Yeah.
He is a core member.
He's
but
also introduced in the MCU.
we would be able to get Kelsey Grammer voicing a CGI Beast.
Yeah.
And I'm all for that. I gotta have that.
Can I change my answer based on like that conversation?
Yeah.
Sunspot. Because they introduced him in the show.
Yeah.
Or in X-Men 97, he's like the fish out of water comparatively with the X-Men. He would be a really fun point of view character.
Yeah.
And he's besties with Jubilee.
Yep.
And
Well, in X-Men 97 he was.
in X-Men 97, I'm going with that. That's my.
I mean, we're not going with comics canon because that
We don't
basically
need to
doesn't
go with
exist.
any canon. Honestly, we're
Yeah.
bringing the X-Men in new, so I'm all for it.
But also, I just think he's a really fun character, and I think the audience would enjoy him.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Okay, so I don't read a lot of Marvel comics. I mostly read DC comics, so I don't know.
Okay.
Is Miss Marvel usually a mutant? Because they've said that in the MCU that she is.
They did change it in the comics. She is.
She is a mutant.
Yes.
You could have like season 2
that
of
could be
her
some
show.
crossover.
Yeah.
Okay.
Her kind of being introduced into this
In the
world.
comics, she did make it onto the X-Men team.
See,
So
that would be really
Ooh,
interesting.
yeah. Okay.
That'd be a cool one.
Yeah, already established and honestly iconic actress playing this
Who
role.
doesn't
Love, her
Amanda Lee.
starting to understand this world and who she is could be really interesting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm on board.
Yeah.
Cool. So yeah, Jake Schreier pretty much guaranteed from Ryan Coogler's very, very talented self is directing the X-Men movie. I cannot wait to see what he's going to do with it. So yeah.
Yeah. All
What
right.
you got?
Speaking of the MCU, there was an
Good one,
absolutely amazing announcement. Spider-Man 4, which I think has started production. They announced that John Bernthal's Punisher is going to be making an appearance. This is wild.
That's a tone shift.
This is a tone shift. Kat and I were talking about this on the way over
Well.
here. Something that Marvel has been pretty good about is that the main character is the king of the tone of the piece, right? So you have Miss Marvel's dad made it into Daredevil Born Again, right? And he had a little bit of a darker tone than he does in her show because there's a little bit more serious. Daredevil's a little bit more serious.
Also, he was a bank manager.
Also, he was a bank
inherently
manager.
evil.
It wasn't necessarily my favorite episode. It was the only one that was completely left over from before the rewrite. So that the tone was a little bit weird for Daredevil, but we've had some crossovers. We had Daredevil making his way into She-Hulk, and he is the tone of She-Hulk. If you try to lighten Punisher to get him into a Spider-Man movie, he's gonna come off real weird.
So here's the thing. Punisher's first appearance was in a Spider-Man
That's true.
comic. So I kind of dig that. Also, someone collected all the images of Tom Holland wearing Punisher hoodies. There were 4 of them. So that's 2 more than you need. I could see it. I'm just wondering. It's going to be hilarious for one.
I think so too.
But
We have a very clearly established, like,
I've loved seeing the memes of It's like when Spider-Man watches Punisher blow someone's head off, on the mask, like,
Yeah. Like, I'm going to remind people of the general tone. The last Spider-Man movie was about Doctor Strange's spell. Whoops, it went wrong. And the first season of the Punisher show had a soldier with a bomb strapped to his chest threatening Karen Page for the majority of the runtime of one of the episodes. Like, these are wildly different.
this is going to be a great interaction.
This is
I'm
gonna be
sorry.
fun.
But, I mean, in pretty much every fight, Spider-Man destroys Frank, okay?
Well, yeah.
I mean, Frank's a Marine.
Frank is
he is smart.
dude who's ridiculously good with guns. Spider-Man can pull together an entire ass boat.
And punch a hole through somebody. So it's going to be an interesting interaction, but I'm just wondering where they're going to go with it. Like,
I have no idea.
Does he drop Punisher off at jail and say, there he is, Warden, put him away? I don't know.
See, Sean Harvey in the chat
Hey, Sean.
said that I heard maybe Spider-Man will have the symbiote and the Punisher will push him to the dark side of things.
Ooh.
So I would love that.
That'd be interesting. I like that.
Now, plot twist.
I don't think you can have Punisher on without you being intentional about the amount of gravity you're about to lend to a storyline.
And that's already true of him in Daredevil. Like, Punisher scenes with Daredevil are darker than a lot of Daredevil is. And Daredevil's already incredibly dark.
I think Sean's onto something because we left Spider-Man in a real dark place.
We did.
No one knows who he is. He has no friends. He's living in a hovel. His aunt died. He can't even rely on anybody. A symbiote would spiral him. Wow. Okay. Do that. It is time to introduce the symbiote.
Yeah, I think so. I think as much to mess with, like, are you a good guy? Are you a hero? What are you even doing?
Yeah, and he has, like, most of Spider-Man's journey has been, I am a hero, now let's go from there. And Punisher's whole thing in Daredevil is, are you? Are you a hero? Does that matter? And that pushing Spider-Man could be a lot of fun.
I'm down.
I love Tom Holland's Spider-Man. Sometimes I feel like the first two movies were a little bit too, like, and here's an adventure. And the third one kind of dipped its toes into a lot more character, in-depth development. So I feel like they could push it a lot further. And that would be fun.
Oh, yeah.
And I think Tom Holland can pull it off.
I think so, too.
I've seen him in some other stuff.
Dark side.
Yeah, I like him. Yeah.
Before he has kids and we never see him again,
Yeah.
which he has said publicly. It's like, as soon as Zendaya makes me a dad, you're never going to see me again. I'm like, I'm down.
Yeah, that's
Whatever.
fair.
Yeah, cool.
So, speaking of Marvel and movies and such, so Blade.
Oh,
Are we
boy.
ever going to get a Blade? We had the casting of Blade. It's
amazing.
official.
And a couple directors.
So, yeah. So, I saw an update this week, and I was like, oh, cool. What's going on with Blade? And the answer is nobody knows. But
Oh, jeez.
David Goyer, who was the writer of Blade 2, and Trinity, and I think directed Trinity, I'm not sure, did call them and be like, do you guys need help with what you're doing?
I mean,
Do you guys have this? Because, like, I like Blade a lot.
is there something I can do?
Is there anything? Do you need I don't want to say script doctor, but a script
Need
doctor?
a friend just to come by and hang out?
They turned him down. We're never getting Blade reboot.
Yeah.
We're
Okay.
never
I thought they'd
getting.
already canceled it.
Well,
Well,
I mean,
they
that's what we
canceled
heard.
and uncanceled and
We don't. No
all
one.
sorts of
It's
stuff.
literally what Kat said. This is kind of ridiculous now. We've known Marshall Ali was going to play this character for what, 6 years now? This movie should have been out, and
Has it only been that long since he
think-
got announced?
I think.
It was in 2019 that they announced him.
I said 6 years.
Yeah, like that's props. David Goyer called them. Stacy Osai Kufer wrote the original script. Showrunner of X-Men 97, Bo DeMaio, came on to tinker with it. Later the same year, Michael Starbury joined the project, and Jan Dimanche became its latest director. In 2023, True Detective's Nick Pizzolatto signed on, but in November 2023, it was announced that Michael Green would be writing the script from scratch.
This was enough people to write 3 movies.
Finally, June 2024, Eric Pearson was brought on to do rewrites at 6 different writers.
You could have written a new Blade trilogy with this team. What?
That they're remaking Blade.
Do you know what other movie went through a bunch of rewrites and then got delayed a bunch and then finally came out?
Sandman.
Dune.
The Flash.
Yeah.
I don't. That doesn't
Well, my
make
heart
me
skipped a
nervous.
beat.
I didn't even see The Flash.
I did.
Is that not better?
It was bad.
You know, it's kind of messed up they did Goyer like that, because as much credit as we give Iron Man for kicking off the MCU,
Seriously.
Blade saved Marvel Comics.
Yes.
Them selling those rights, well, actually putting a lot of money into the rights with New Line Cinema, and also the first R-rated Marvel property.
Oh, yeah.
The money they made off of Blade saved Marvel Comics from bankruptcy. And laid the brickwork.
It's
campy as fuck.
Yeah,
I
but
love
it was
it.
that movie laid that brickwork for them to do the MCU.
So put some respect on it. Wait, David Goyer. That's not the guy that did Suicide Squad, is it?
I hope not. Anyway.
Anyway,
that's a shame.
We're never getting Blade.
We're never
getting Blade.
The tagline.
There's hope. Okay, I guess.
I hope for it.
Oh, well, that's a... Cora, can you pick this up, please?
Sure.
Please.
Do you want the weird one or do you need help one?
I want... Just do the one.
I have no idea. Go
Cora,
on.
do the
latter.
one. No.
The latter.
No, y'all don't get to pick. Do the one,
right.
Cora.
All right, so...
Y'all gotta see this shit.
All right. I didn't download the trailer because I thought that would be too much.
Oh.
Honestly, I think that's the correct call. So I watched a movie last night, and it came out a year ago, but I just really want people to watch it, and it's a fun little pick-me-up, and that is Hundreds of Beavers. There's not a way for me to transition
You broke me.
into this movie.
It was such a weird segue.
There's not a good segue.
Yeah.
I mean, look at this poster.
Yeah, nope.
So, the official synopsis for this movie, or like the little quick overview, is a drunken Applejack salesman must go from zero to hero and become North America's greatest fur trapper by defeating hundreds of beavers.
Oh, I love it. Fur trapper, I'm already on board.
So the movie is set in somewhere, and this dude, he loves to get drunk, and then all of a sudden, oh no, his business is destroyed. And in order to gain everything back, he must become a fur trapper and defeat hundreds of beavers to make his dreams come true.
Amazing.
If you if you grew up with Looney Tunes and like Chuck Jones, Tex Avery style cartoons, this is for you. It's just a black and white live action version of a Looney Tunes cartoon.
Amazing.
They don't really talk. It's mostly just kind of told through action, which is fine. They don't need to talk. There's a total of 5 actors in this movie, by the way. 5. There's not extras. It's just 5 people. One of them is one of the writers. Actually, the gentleman you see here with the raccoon hat, he is one of the writers. He's the main character. They just share a bunch of animal mascot costumes. And that's the movie.
I love it.
Yeah, no, he
I
showed
love
me.
it so
He
much.
showed us.
I just think everybody should watch this movie.
So,
yeah,
that's amazing. So that Okay, here's why this is the perfect story.
Okay.
What? What? What did you...
So classically, there are 4 types of conflict in any given story,
Yeah.
right? It's man versus nature,
Yep.
man versus society,
Yep.
man versus God, man versus self. Hypothetically, this could hit all 4.
I'm just gonna tell you right now, it hits all 4.
Yeah.
Like,
That's why this is the only good movie.
so what's really funny to me is like, you guys know how like the people that watch the movies at the Cannes Film Festival, how they're like kind of snooty
Very.
sometimes when it comes to
Yeah.
movies.
Very.
They have a standing ovation tradition. Like, it just, there's
goes on
no
for way too
getting
long.
over it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are the people that have said this is the best comedy they've ever
what I'm
said,
saying.
and they say that they hate that they are saying this. I'm like, oh, that means it's perfect.
That's what I'm
And
saying.
we watched it last night. Oh my god, it's really good. It's if you want to watch this,
This
it
looks
is
completely
it is available on
ridiculous.
Amazon Prime for free.
Amazing.
It has like the ad thing. It's like where you can you paid $3 and no ads. I'm like, that's fine. I'll just watch it with ads. It's like little commercial breaks, like you're watching it on TV.
Yeah.
Go get a snack.
Go get a snack. Go to the bathroom. Whatever. I don't know. But yeah, it's for free on Amazon. Please go watch this. I want
Please
more.
go
of
watch this. Like, we need more of these things.
Here, let me,
I'm going to watch
Slapstick
this.
comedy.
let me just show this poster
We're
again.
missing.
This...
The beaver
It looks like
costumes
Caddyshack.
look like this.
It does. It looks very 1980s
Yeah.
in the poster style.
Very Mel Brooksy kind of.
Yes.
I'm going to watch this ridiculous
It's
movie.
amazing.
Please, you have to. Like, this is for y'all. After y'all watch this, you
Yeah.
have to like let me know in the chat how you.
Oh,
thought
yeah.
of it.
Yeah.
Look out for the review on
.com.
supercoolnerdshow.com.
Hey Jason, how do you want to follow up hundreds of beavers?
Is it going to be
Fur
dozens
trapping,
of turkeys?
Obviously.
A handful of squirrels?
A
Sounds
plethora of
dirty.
possums.
That sounds dirty, too. Both of those sound dirty.
And a partridge in a pear tree.
I'm going to punch you in the arm. Oh, okay. I had one. Okay. Unfortunately, this is bad news. The Transformers movie franchise is in the toilet right now. Even after what some would consider one of the best Transformers movies ever, Transformers 1, recently at a Transformers convention, one of the people that was involved in the movie was asked, what's the status? And he flat out said Paramount is not interested at all in doing another Transformers movie. This is coming off of Rise of the Beast, which was a bomb in the box office. Transformers 1 just should have been marketed better. And it was a... Look, I'm a G1 fan. I enjoyed the 1984 Transformers movie. This is the best Transformers movie I ever saw. And I say that with my full chest. So right now, there's no interest from Paramount in revisiting Transformers right now. The property is on a cool down. However, Robert Kirkman, who has seen a number of his properties hit the screen, Walking Dead, Invincible, I could go on and on, was writing for Skybound Comics, and it was a G.I. Joe Transformers crossover, and it has been licensed for an animated TV show.
Oh.
This is exactly the punch in the arm
No.
that the Transformers franchise needs. In Rise of the Beast, they actually had a post-credit scene which introduced G.I. Joe into the Transformers universe. And a lot of people were very excited about that, but the movie didn't make the money, so we're not going to do it. The Skybound series that's been going is amazing and excellent. The characters are so well written. It's very gritty. It is an excellent series. I could see why they immediately wanted to license it, because mainly it is very violent. There are some very gory scenes. Not gory so much, but very realistic. There is a scene in the comics where Optimus Prime is stepping through this forest. He thinks it's beautiful. Accidentally steps on a deer.
Oof.
And it breaks them. It breaks him. There's one thing throughout the series, like, they have a battle that starts the thing off. People Cybertronians, Autobots are dying left and right. Optimus doesn't have an arm for most of the series. The Skybound stuff is very good, but the G.I. Joe Transformer stuff was just very well written. It's not like we haven't visited this before. There have been plenty of Transformer and G.I. Joe crossover books, but having read all of those, I'm going to go ahead and tell you, what Skybound is doing is amazing. So I can see why they would want to license this into a TV show. So to all you Transformer fans out there who are upset that Paramount is not going to revisit this movie, you're going to need to support this if it's good.
Yeah.
Because this is exactly, they'll see the money made, they can get merchandising in for it, and that's what this franchise is built around. Getting toys made of what you're seeing on the screen and bringing more people in. So, yeah, the official announcement, I've gotten the nod from senior industry sources that Robert Kirkman's Skybound Entertainment's next big news is they have sold a new Transformers G.I. Joe shared universe animated streaming series. It's based on the current Energon Universe comic books and that Skybound publishes through Image Comics. Kirkman and Skybound have formed in this regard as they are behind Walking Dead and Invincible. I see them probably making a more official announcement at San Diego Comic-Con, so look for that. But yeah, get Transformers back to its roots, something that you can turn on a computer or TV and watch. And if it does well, if it's supported, they'll be back on the movie theater screen before you know it. So, yeah, Kirkman saving the day for the Transformers franchise right here.
Like, go see shit you care about.
Yeah.
Like,
And yeah, if we had shown up for Transformers 1, they'd be working on that sequel right now. But no one showed up for it.
Yep, and I will say, I haven't seen anything about a Transformer show being a flop in terms of like the quality of the show. So I'm excited to see how this goes.
And also, you're bringing in G.I. Joe. Right now, G.I. Joe is Hasbro's hottest toy brand. Like, they're pumping a lot of money and product into, HasLabs and stuff. This line is relatively new, and it's packed a shelf back here. They are banking on G.I. Joe. If they can get that money-making property in there, and Transformers can pick it up, because Transformers figures are still doing well. The toys are still doing good. Fans are there for that. But you got to have that broad media appeal, and this can bring that back to this property. So,
yeah.
Thanks, Kirkman. Do good, please. Do well. What is she doing?
She's exploring.
Anyway,
She's having fun.
We have a little kitty.
we got to distract cat.
There's a baby.
Oh Lord. Anyway, Cass, you got a story.
So,
Cat.
oh,
I was gonna see if we
is
could
this a
get a
cat break?
I was
he's
hoping we could get the cat in the
too-
shot.
no.
Okay.
She's like, no.
We'll
Didn't
go to
pay my
Cass
appearance fee.
instead.
So if you've never tried hard drugs
Oh
and you wanted the experience, but didn't necessarily want to try them, look no further than Megalopolis by Francis Ford Coppola. This movie came out September of last year, and
It's bonkers.
it is bonkers. I want to be very clear here. Is this a good movie? No. Is this one of the wildest
sure
rides
is.
I have ever had sitting through a movie? Yes. There is part of me that absolutely loves this movie. It is bonkers from start to finish. The acting is way over the top. The writing is barely understandable. The set design, everything about this is bonkers.
Doesn't matter. I loved it.
Yeah, loved it. Absolutely loved it. Truly the experience of drugs without having to do drugs. Francis Ford Coppola is doing a tour where he sits in theaters and talks about this movie. And guess where he's coming?
Is he coming to Dallas?
He's coming specifically to the Texas Theater.
Oh my god.
Francis Ford Coppola.
Francis Ford Coppola.
The Godfather.
Yeah, if you don't know this, the guy that directed The Godfather made one of the most bonkers movies I've ever seen in my life. I think it's over 3 hours long. It's stupid. The entire thing. The plot is.
I love it.
It's so crazy.
I have to like text my roommate
Yeah.
about it.
Is he gonna be super into that?
I don't know.
Self-funded, by the way, and lost money. One of the biggest flops in cinema history. It made, I think it was like 10% of its budget back. Like, this
He
is
spent
a
like
bonkers,
186 million
something like
or
that.
something.
It's like, it's absolutely ridiculous. Coming to the Texas Theater, July 29th. Tuesday, July 29th. I looked at some of the other ticket prices on some of his other stops.
Oh, yeah, money.
They're not crazy. They're like 50 to 90. And they have not announced ticket prices yet for the Texas Theater. I kind of want to go. I mean,
You kind of want to go?
it's my birthday coming up. Just saying. This shit's bonkers. I cannot recommend if you're into film, if you love crazy movies, or again, and I can't say this enough, if you want the experience of drugs without doing drugs, go watch this crazy movie. I don't even know where it is. We had to rent it. It wasn't even on a streaming service.
So if you're a coward and you can't try drugs.
Yeah. This shit was fucking wild. Some of the craziest performances by very Giancarlo Esposito gives one of the most bonkers performances of his career. Like,
He's in it?
It's fucking crazy. John Voight is in it. Aubrey Plaza's in it. Adam Driver's the main character. Like, this shit is fucking nuts.
I gotta watch this.
Go watch this crazy. You'll hate it, and you will be glad that you watched it.
I'm not gonna lie in terms of like the people that are here. If Coppola approached me and told me he wanted me in his movie,
Oh, Lord.
I don't care what it is. I'm saying yes.
Yeah.
That it doesn't matter.
Coming to the Texas Theater, where they have a mark where Lee Harvey Oswald was arrested. Like,
I didn't.
that's where
that's
he
where he
came,
was.
was
That's
the
what they
Texas
call it.
Theater.
Oh,
They
yeah.
sell t-shirts with his face on it. It's really weird going there. Yeah.
I've been there one
It's
time.
how he got over his big thing of he didn't have a face for television.
Yeah.
I've been there one time, and we were late. It was for an independent movie that Jason was in, and we were going to go see it, or it was something of that nature. And I didn't look around. I mean, I saw enough of the theater. I'm like, oh, this is a really nice theater. This is really cool. I should come
It's a
back
really
here.
good
And then we
theater.
left.
Oh, it is a cool theater. Yeah.
Afterwards, we left immediately. It was dark. I didn't see any of this. Sorry, I'm not from Texas, guys.
Yeah,
I'm just
no,
kind of
it's-
I
shocked.
know what movie we went to go
nuts.
see there, too.
I can't remember the
Mocking
name of
Horror
it.
does a lot of their shows there.
It was somebody's like film.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was really weird seeing me in that trailer on the big screen.
Yeah, that tripped
Seeing
me
your
out.
face on
Yeah.
on a big screen is very
I
strange.
think I went, oh God, that's me.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I looked. It was really funny. There was someone that was next to you that kind of did like a.
I was like, yeah, that was me.
Yeah.
Like, I did not expect that. But anyway,
Here's the thing. Where's my camera?
Oh, okay. Let me get you. There,
Oh,
there you go. There you go.
Here's the thing about it. You should only be listening to one movie critic, or at most two, and that's Cass and I. We are legitimate movie critics. The Godfather is an incredible movie.
It is.
No, I will.
Megalopolis is a bonkers ride that people derided and don't like and whatever. And I love Francis Ford Coppola being like,
Yeah.
I don't care. I spent a shit ton of my own money making this. I don't care if it makes it. I don't care if I make the money back. I wanted to make this movie, and it's
For decades.
it's worth seeing.
Yeah.
I liked it.
Go watch it. It's fucking nuts. Coming to the Texas Theater.
Speaking of fucking
All right,
nuts,
I'm done. Yeah.
Cat?
Speaking of fucking nuts, Cat.
I feel like that's.
Are you gonna argue with that?
So Pac-Man. So Pac-Man. Super fun game. If you didn't walk to the gas station and play it, I don't know what your childhood was. We didn't play Pac-Man. It was Street Fighter 2. But that's neither here nor there. The only thing that's wrong with Pac-Man is its too slow nature. Enter Pac-Man Super Fast. You know where you can play it? Do you know where you can play it?
Go on.
It's on YouTube Playables.
What the fuck is that?
Nobody knew. Nobody knows. Nobody knows now.
What are you about to say over there?
What
No,
were you
no,
about to say?
I'm just shocked.
Okay.
Post Stadia,
Okay.
Google wanted to invest in video games still.
Oh my god, I remember
And
that.
Stadia
Yeah.
wasn't the worst.
Mhm.
They have 200 YouTube playables, which is maybe the worst number that I could think of. Because it's not enough to have any
No.
specific game you're looking for ever.
But it also means you didn't invest in specific properties.
The kind of lowest common denominator knockoffs you'd expect to see cluttering the free section of a smartphone app store.
Wow.
Pac-Man
Camera's
Super
back on us.
Fast is officially licensed. And apparently has been since last October.
I think I gotta go try
Okay,
it.
do you want to play it?
I don't know. It's so fast.
And when did you get diagnosed with ADHD?
In 2001.
Yeah, okay.
I was 5.
Sure.
That's how that went. Yeah. So, yeah.
You're saying your
Super
problem with
Fast.
Pac-Man is
What
that
do you
it's
guys...
too slow. Like,
I mean, my problem with Pac-Man is that Pac-Man is the perfect play it on your phone while you're watching a TV show game.
you and I have different philosophies
Yes,
about
we
this.
do. But also, like, it was released 40 years ago. So, I don't know. Make a Galaga on the phone edition. And I might pay attention.
I mean, I played, I've beaten Mega Man X on my phone probably 40 times. I love that game.
Mega Man X is really good.
What?
You're such a weirdo.
I love Mega Man X. Okay.
So do I, but 40?
I mean, it
40.
takes me like an hour.
So
I got it down to like hour 20. Somewhere in there.
speaking of ADHD and undiagnosed
Huh?
stuff, so I always
Not
thought I was
undiagnosed.
crazy. Well, actually, other people thought I was crazy as a kid because Pac-Man was in the laundromat that we take our clothes to, and I would play the shit out of Pac-Man. I figured out the pattern for the ghosts.
That's not ADHD. That's the
and-
other one.
And, and what would trigger their attack patterns as well. And
Yep, that's the other one.
And I said that, and someone was like, "You're making it up." Years later, well into adulthood, fatherhood, I found that there was actually patterns to the pack. I was not like making it up. I didn't just, my mind didn't create this. They actually, when they programmed the ghosts, they all had individual
Oh, I
attack
believed
vectors.
you immediately.
Yeah.
But she's right. That's not ADHD. That's the other one.
What is the other one?
Autism. ADHD.
And they're very similar.
Yeah, they're very similar, but they're
Especially when it comes to
And
pattern
literally, it was
recognition.
one day, like, I think I had just put the clothes in the dryer, and I'm watching. I was like, hey, wait a minute. Blinky and... Hey! They all... What the hell?
That makes you the Truman guy.
You
when he's like,
putting
this
your clothes in
one...
the dryer when you notice
This
the
No, I
ghost
had just put the clothes in the
guy
dryer,
throwing newspapers and...
and I figured out Blinky's pattern, and then I was like, wait, do they all have patterns? And then it was downhill from there. And I, like, easily finished Pac-Man.
Then you went back to your train collection.
They,
If
It
it's
was
just
Transformers
pattern
thinking.
recognition in this game, I'm so done.
and I told my
going
friends
back
that,
to Dig
and
Dug.
they literally all said, yo, you're full of shit. And I was like, and I guess I kind of, like, I made myself believe, yeah, I guess I
I will
am.
say, Jason, this is going to be a very genuine moment.
Oh, Lord.
This is why you have better friends now.
Okay, yeah. They were some
We all
trash human
believed you.
beings. but-
Immediately,
showing
we were
up.
like, of course you,
of course
of
you have.
course
I
you
like,
saw
I
the
was
patterns in
reading
the
something
ghosts.
and they were talking about the patterns of the ghosts, and I'm literally like, as an adult, like, there was. I'm not crazy.
And as your friend, what makes you crazy? It's not that you notice the It's not whether you notice the It's that you notice the pattern.
While
and
you
you
were
spent
putting clothes in the
25 years mad about it. Like,
because
my friends don't believe me.
Like, I think I stopped playing it because I was just like, yeah, I'm wrong.
RSD,
I want to watch
go
him
on.
play 4-way Pac-Man. Like, we should play 4-way Pac-Man.
That's the only 4-way we're gonna.
It has to be a classic cartridge because they don't program them with that.
Does
those
it?
patterns
There's a
in.
random
Or-
generator
They
now.
randomed it
Yeah,
up.
that makes sense.
Does it
original
have to
cabinet?
be the original cabinet?
Free play.
If it's an original cabinet, then probably.
I don't think it is, but
Jason can lead us.
but maybe they have new patterns.
He only plays on the original cabinet.
Well, that was what was available to me. Okay, there was no NES.
Because the other ones don't follow the same pattern.
Also, I had to like make sure like I had enough quarters to put inside the dryer and wash
I need
it.
$1.25
So,
on
You
the
to ration
average.
your quarters
I would try to
based on.
pack more clothes in the dryer. Like, I think if I put like all the clothes in here.
But also, if you're in
It
Texas,
doesn't
you
bother
just
me.
put them
My jeans are
outside
a
and they're
little
dry
wet.
within an hour.
No, I had to take them back to our house. So it's like,
Yeah, but you just put them on a line outside.
I think there was one time my calculations were off and the clothes were like still damp, and I was like, oh crap! And I like asked somebody that gave me 50 cents so I could start the dryer back up.
You didn't just put them on a line and go like this.
It's not an apartment, no.
Okay,
Anyway.
but they asked for it
Oh,
when
yeah,
they were
yeah.
like, quarters will do this or this.
And I was like, yeah, this will work. Played Pac-Man, went over to the dryer. Uh-oh.
oh.
I'm just saying,
Anyway,
you beat capitalism.
I'm going to
very
try
briefly.
Pac-Man. So, yeah. But then it was only like 2 quarters to pass.
Pac-Man super fast, YouTube
I'm gonna try it.
playables.
Core?
For some reason. Alright, I don't really, like, I don't know how to do transitions for my stories.
It's only been 19 years.
Just say this. Segues are weird, and then just go into your story.
Segues are weird. So 51 years ago, Paul Williams was part of a movie called Phantom of the Paradise. This movie was a cult classic. It did get a little overshadowed by the Rocky Horror Picture Show that came out the next year. And that's okay, because Phantom of the Paradise walked so that Rocky Horror could run. And Paul Williams isn't done with this yet. We all know who Paul Williams is. He's the Muppet music guy. Well, now he's going to be a theater guy. He is working on bringing Phantom of the Paradise to the stage. I desperately want to see what he can do with this. I want to see it so much.
What stage has he talked about? Is he trying to do Broadway? Is he trying to do West End?
He has not stated if it's going to be like a West End or Broadway just yet. He's just saying, I want to make this a musical, like on the stage. I mean, he's already got the music for it.
Yeah.
Highly doubt he will be reprising his role, because he was also an actor in the film as well.
Yeah, it's been a bit.
Yeah, it's been 51 years. I don't think he's going to be acting in this.
Bro, may not be a spry.
To give a little synopsis for Phantom of the Paradise, because I'm going to assume several people, especially the other 3 people in this room, have not
Correct.
seen Phantom of the Paradise. A shame.
What?
Truly.
Oh, yeah.
After record producer Swan, played by Paul Williams, steals the music of songwriter Winslow Leach and gives it to one of his bands, Leach sneaks into Swan's office, catching Leach. Swan frames him for drug addiction, gets him arrested. He escapes prison, gets his face disfigured, and hides in the theater as a phantom.
So it's not in any way referential to any other stories.
No. Faust? Nope, never heard of that. Phantom of the Opera? Never heard of that.
Who's he?
What?
But one of the highlights of the movie for horror fans is Jessica Harper is in this film. Jessica Harper played the female lead in Suspiria, the original Suspiria.
Interesting.
And she plays the female lead in this, and she sings. And what makes me very happy, as an alto myself, she's an alto. So we have a female lead that is an alto.
What?
Wild.
I know.
I don't think we're allowed to
Extremely
do
rare.
that.
And she's really good. Like, I saw Phantom first before I saw Suspiria. That was a weird trip. I don't know if there's a place that y'all can watch this for free, but for the 3 people here, I have a DVD copy.
Okay.
We could do a little watch party for it. I think Nathan would let me walk away with that mermaid.
Yeah.
But also all you need to know is the best character is named Beef. He's exactly as smart as that makes him sound, but he is a little bit more feminine than that makes him sound.
Lovely.
I'm fully, wholly convinced he was the blueprint for Frankenfurter.
Mm-hmm.
I'll show you all a picture later. But yeah, Phantom of the Paradise, possibly coming to the stage. I really want this. They did it with Rocky Horror and it was alright, so... It
Could be fun.
It'll be fun. I mean, they already got the score. It's right there. It's really good rock music by Paul Williams.
Do it.
Do it.
Do it, cowards.
Do it.
I mean, he... Also, Paul Williams, by the way, I had to look him... I legitimately thought he had passed away.
I did too, actually.
He's still alive, but he is in his 80s.
Yeah.
So, sorry, if you want to make this into a stage show, you should hurry.
See, you say that, but like Mel Brooks is introducing a pilot of a show, and he's 98.
And redoing Spaceballs too.
And redoing Spaceballs.
The search for more
yeah,
money.
Spaceballs too.
This is true. I don't think everyone is gonna have that
Has
same
the
look, so.
the spite that keeps them going that Mel Brooks
Yeah.
does.
I don't know Paul Williams' stance on spite,
Yeah.
but I do know his stance on music, and that's good shit. Jason.
All right. Kind of going back on the story I did. There was a lot of contention about the rights for James Bond. Amazon and Prime Studios now own the rights to the 007 franchise. The former creative team behind it basically said, bye, we're out. Well, we have our new, and of course I closed out my story. Director of Dune, Denis Villeneuve. Did I get that right? Villeneuve. Will be directing the new 007 series when it comes to Prime Studios at Amazon Prime. So, Denis. Some of my earliest movie-going memories are connected to 007. I grew up watching James Bond films with my father ever since Dr. No with Sean Connery. I'm a die-hard Bond fan. To me, he's sacred territory. I intend to honor the tradition and open a path for many new missions to come. This is a massive responsibility, but also incredibly exciting for me and a huge honor. Amy, David, and I are absolutely thrilled to bring this back to the screen. Thank you, Amazon MGM, for their trust. He also mentioned Amy Pascal and David Hyman will serve as producers on the show. We still have not cast our new 007, but this is a win. This is an absolute win. This man is coming off a string of good shit.
Like what, Jason? Like what?
What has he been directing
Hold on,
lately, Jason?
let me get that. He did Blade Runner 2049. He also did The Arrival, and yeah, he's done those, and he's going right into doing.
What else? What else has
I don't
he
think he did
directed?
anything else between
What
there.
else did he direct? Jason,
Yeah, he's
what
going
else?
right
What
to
else did he
doing.
direct? What's he doing maybe right now?
Yeah, he's going right to doing 007
Okay.
off of The Arrival and Blade Runner 2049.
Alien.
He did? What? Anyway. So yeah, 2022, Amazon acquired these rights, and of course, they're not going to let the grass grow under their feet for too long. This is James Bond we're talking about. This is a money-making franchise. You best believe they were going to put their foot in this one. And honestly, getting Villeneuve, who also directed Dune, you may have heard of it.
And
Another
Alien.
Dune 2.
Another Dune movie. That's what I said. Yet another Dune movie.
And yet another one.
So
Shooting right now.
yeah, Cass, do you have anything you want to add on to that?
I think this is a weird choice.
Really?
Honestly, Denis is such all of his movies are so. They're
looking
very,
at what I just named,
they're very
yes.
moody. They're not particularly action heavy, and Dune is only going to get less action heavy as you go. This seems very, very strange to me. If you were trying to go for a highbrow James Bond, this is who you'd hire. But also, like, what the fuck is is a highbrow James Bond. Like, this is a spy that has cool gadgets and gets girls. Like, it seems such an odd choice to me.
Well, don't forget, he did Sicario as well.
He did.
Yeah.
And there is action in Sicario, but Sicario is also very, like, gritty. Like, uncomfortably gritty.
I think that could work.
If you're trying to go, and that would be kind of the culmination of the path that Daniel Craig started us on, which is definitely a more gritty James Bond. But how gritty do you want James Bond to go? Do you want to see him, like, punching somebody to death in the dirt?
Sometimes a spy got to get your hands dirty. So I am all for this. Especially, like, I forgot he did Sicario. I looked up his filmography just like, I was like, oh, wait, yeah.
No.
This renews my... I mean, I was already pretty much... the movie's in good hands.
Yeah.
But, yeah, he's shown range as a director. I can see it.
My theory is it's not gritty, it's not real, it's not grounded. My theory is they hired him because he will deconstruct him and figure out what is it about.
If that's what they're hiring him to do, and if he does it, it will be my favorite James Bond movie.
Okay.
I just don't know if I don't know if that's what James Bond fans are looking for. So I wonder if you're going to lose your core audience while getting an audience that you didn't have before.
I think there's been enough separation between the last James Bond movie right now that people are actually hungry for one.
What was the last James Bond movie? Which is largely your point. Is like
2014 or something.
See?
The one, it has like Rami Malek was maybe the bad guy. I didn't see it.
I don't think they're looking for James Bond fans.
You think they're okay with losing them?
I think James Bond was heaviest related to by boomers and Gen X.
Yeah. I'd be interested in doing that. I will say, Denis...
Wow, 2021, No Time to Die.
Did not see it. He has produced some of the most expensive movies in all of Hollywood. Dune 2 was incredibly expensive, so you're going to need to appeal to a lot of people.
Because apparently brown screens are more expensive than green ones.
It is kind of wild. They did have to shoot in the desert for a long time. Yeah, Dune 2, it was incredibly expensive. It was also very good. I really liked it. Personally, I really liked it.
I'm good. Bring it on.
Yep.
Okay.
I mean, at this point, sorry, my last thing. At this point, I will go see whatever. Whatever he puts out, automatic yes for me. So
I thought you meant just anything.
Wait, did you have a third story?
yeah.
Oh, sorry. I thought I only saw 3 pictures for you.
It's okay. No, my last one, Aaron Sorkin. The Social Network 2 is going to happen based on the Facebook files.
Oh,
ooh, good news is Aaron Sorkin is writing it. Bad news is Aaron Sorkin is also directing it. Fantastic writer, kind of a mediocre director. And I will remind you that the first Social Network was directed by none other than David Fincher. Like, holy shit, one of the best directors working. And so I'm quite nervous. Aaron Sorkin's directed his last couple of projects, and they've been well written. I didn't think he pulled off moments with his actors. I don't know that he knows how to communicate. And after interviews, we know for a fact he doesn't know how to communicate. He's a very strange person.
Whoever edited his masterclass must have torn their hair out trying to get his ums out.
Yeah, very, very hesitant speaker. It's very odd to hear him speak. So I'm interested. That's literally all that we know about it. We don't even have casting. If it's not Jesse Eisenberg, what is the fucking point of the movie? I will say, Aaron Sorkin came out and he was like, I blame Facebook for January 6th. I was like, first of all, yes, absolutely. Second, no shit. Like, would it have not happened without Facebook? Maybe not. Did it make everything worse? Absolutely. And so I'm interested to see him explore that. He did Trial of the Chicago 7, which is a pretty intense piece. Yeah, he's he's really good at writing. It does make me nervous that he's directing, but we'll see how it goes. He does tend to work with very prestigious actors based on his decades-long history of amazing writing. So we'll see.
I'll watch it.
watch it.
There's no place
I
you
didn't watch
can
the
go
first
with
one.
Facebook that isn't like
Very good.
shitty and awful about what they did to society. And if you're basing it on the Facebook files,
Yeah.
like it should be a fun
Yeah.
takedown.
I
to
really
watch.
hope Jesse comes back because I think he's
I do too.
fantastic in the role.
I think it suited him, and I think he'll see that. Like,
But also, like, please get another director, or at least executive producer who takes over.
Aaron Sorkin.
Yeah.
Do you have an AD?
Do you have the best AD ever?
It's me.
Go ahead.
So, commercial breaks. This is a very funny story to me because it involves the BBC doing something called Commercial Breaks, a series. The BBC doesn't have commercial breaks. Anyway, they have put out on YouTube at least one of their episodes of commercial breaks, which was about them documenting the craziness of the video game industry in 1984.
So, Pong?
No, arcade cabinet.
No.
It was Odyssey versus the other one that it was.
Galaga.
It
Simple.
was
Joust.
Space Invaders.
Thank you.
Ocean and
Dragon's
Imagine.
Lair.
The episode is called Bandersnatch, Bailiffs, and the Battle for a Hit Game, aka The Race for Santa's Software, aka Commercial Breaks. But you can find it on YouTube. It's from 1984. It's free to watch. And it's kind of crazy to watch a narrator being like, these so-called video games
It's not
are
like
all the
cards.
hits this winter. Santa's little helpers will spend $180 million on video games. It's on YouTube. It's called Commercial Breaks. It's from 84. Go see it. It's kind of dope. It sets up this whole, like, where we are with conflict and stuff between companies. And it's from 1984. It's
Like
so
somebody
old.
explaining to you that there's this newfangled thing where it's like a carriage, but you don't need a horse. And you're like, oh!
And they make them. They
make
have these
them.
belts.
And people put on parts individually.
And steam. Sorry.
Yeah, exactly. Like, holy shit, what if we didn't need sails to sail a boat?
There's combustion in the engine.
Oh!
A miniature explosion.
I do declare, yes. Anyway,
So that's
Sorry,
it.
we're
That's what I
No,
have.
you're good. You're good. I guess it's my turn. Transitions are weird, y'all. So, I got my weeks mixed up. I thought this was later than it is, but that's okay. So everyone, I'm sure, knows about RuPaul's Drag Race. We have drag queens come in and they perform with their charisma, uniqueness, nerve, and talent. I'm not gonna say what that spells out. Y'all know what that spells out.
Ragnarok. I was paying attention. I'm so sorry.
Fantastic. Anyways, moving on. And for a long time, people have been begging for drag kings to be on the show.
Yes.
Because it's just Drag Race. It doesn't say that it's drag queens specifically. And they have been on Drag Race in the past. Like, I know that, let's see, the French version of the show has had drag kings. But we've never had a space dedicated to drag kings in, like, the reality television sphere, really the television sphere much at all. Until now. I bestow upon you all King of Drag, presented by Elf Cosmetics on Reverie.com.
Hell yeah.
There's a lot more reason why I'm talking about this other than it's drag king stuff. I love and support drag kings. I used to be a drag king. I'm excited
What's a
about
drag
it.
king?
Huh? Oh,
What's a drag king?
I guess true. Vacationing drag king, I guess. But this show, the first episode's already out. You can go watch it on Reverie.com. They have a lot of LGBT-friendly television. It's an app that you can watch the stuff for free. King of Drag is on Sundays at 9 p.m. And I wanted to go over the kings because one of them is a local king, like Dallas local king.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Let's bring this. Let's bring that picture back up. We're gonna. I've forgotten the order, so we're not gonna go in order. I'm sorry. We have Pressure K from Atlanta, Georgia. We got King Percocets from Charlotte, North Carolina.
Hell yeah.
We've got Alexander the Great from Austin, Texas.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
They're one of my favorites, actually. Big D from Bellingham, Washington. Another one of my favorites, actually.
Fuck yes.
Charles Galen King from Los Angeles, California. King Molasses from Washington, D.C. Dick Van Dyke. Dick Von Dyke from Minneapolis, Minnesota. Henlo Bullfrog from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Tuna Melt from Queens, New York. And our local king, Buck Wild from Dallas, Texas.
Yeah.
I have met Buck several times backstage from performing. They are absolutely phenomenal. They're super sweet. Even, like, I remember when they first started doing drag, and they knocked it out of the park, honestly. Holy crap. Like, there's conversations about, like, people that are just, like, born performers, and Buck is one of them.
It is wild to me that it took this long.
Wow.
Yeah. It's Buck Wild.
It's like, we've had Drag Race for a while. There've been some little sprinkles of an understanding that drag kings exist, but like, they're so underrepresented. And like, I know that, but like, it's taken this long.
It's taken this long. It's too long. But also, drag kings don't get a lot of, like, credit into like, where they should.
Yeah.
There are... Buck actually has created the only drag king brunch that I've ever heard of. Once a month in Deep Ellum called Buck Wild Sausage Party. It's really fun.
Iconic.
But Sue Ellens also has a drag and burlesque show that is drag kings and sometimes burlesque performers called Mustache Envy. And those are the only two things I've ever heard of that are dedicated to drag that aren't just like a pageant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which isn't a... Like, I'm glad we have a pageant, but those pageants are also rolled into the drag queen pageants.
Yeah, no,
So-
drag kings need more representation. They haven't had enough. Like, I agree.
And just from the poster alone, y'all could see the different vibes that everyone
Absolutely.
has. And that is wonderful. Like, it's so iconic. Y'all need to go watch the first episode. I watched it earlier today. It's really fun. It was really trippy seeing someone I actually know on the screen. Everyone gave a great performance. Everyone's costumes look phenomenal. Henlo is probably my favorite as far as costumes go because they're just a little gremlin. I love a
Goblin
little gremlin.
core is so fun.
Yeah, straight up, the ears and everything.
Yeah.
Chef kiss.
I love it.
Yeah, please go watch this. It is Pride, after all. You should.
Hell yeah.
And continue to watch every Sunday night at 9 p.m. on Reverie.com to support Buck Wild. I am not sponsored to say these things, but like if Reverie or Elf, like if y'all want to give me some money, I will shill every
I mean, hell yes. Makeup you
Actually
can
do like
add
Elf.
to
love
like
Elf.
dice and things that would be easy for us to show forward.
I mean, I my setting spray is an Elf spray.
Same.
And I appreciate Elf for teaching me that I'm allergic to fake beeswax. But if you sponsor us, I won't say these things anymore.
And she'll stop making fun of me for flinching when
No,
I
she won't.
our show.
That's our show.
All right, guys, I do want to put a shout out to the Maki Horror Picture Show. They're having a show tomorrow over at the La Cantera Arts Conservatory. That's 1050 Westmoreland Road, number 328, Dallas, Texas. I'll put some links up and where you can. This is a free show, mind you, and they are mocking Wolverine Origins.
Yes.
And if you look at their film, they're gonna have a little funny bit before that. You might see a familiar face in a Wolverine costume.
Hell yeah.
They might have gotten you to do a little bit for it.
Danny got me up on a Saturday morning
Yeah.
while we were trying to while I was trying to do like D&D prep, while I'm just mopping my floor in my Wolverine cosplay. My brother-in-law walks through the living room and sees me. He's like, I'll be like, and he like looks like, I was like, you're probably wondering why I'm mopping the floor in a Wolverine costume. And he's like, I wasn't going to ask the hard questions, but go ahead.
I bet you're wondering how I got here.
Yeah. See that?
So,
That's
yeah.
me.
Yeah, go. They're a little bit, not too much. They're right off of the Bishop Arts District. So, yeah, I'll put some information up there. Go check it out. Support our buddy. Of course, like this video, subscribe to the channel. Go check us out, youtube.com at supercoolnerdshow.com. And, of course, supercoolnerdshow.com, our website. We would love to have you over there. And on the socials, at SCNS Live or at Supercool Nerd Show, Instagram, Blue Sky, TikTok, Facebook. Yeah. If you want to follow us personally, you can follow me at JasonTheX on Instagram and Blue Sky.
And follow me at Instagram and Threads at The Good Cast and Blue Sky at Moon Pie. I accidentally got 400,000 views on some dumb bullshit that I posted on Instagram randomly, and I'm regretting it now.
Yay, social
involved a
media.
It was a toilet joke.
You can find me
Thank you.
sometimes on Blue Sky or on Instagram at BetterCat.
You can find me on Instagram and Blue Sky at Corodono Art. That's Coro with a K.
All right. Well, that's it for us. We'll see y'all next next week is...
Next week is 4th of July.
So-
July
4th
4th
of July.
weekend.
Yeah,
Do we respect America?
I mean, it's not that.
I
We can
mean,
take
the
off
actual-
days.
Respect.
The actual 4th of July isn't until Friday, so we might.
Yeah, but we could, go do
You could also
something.
just get drunker than usual.
That is true.
You know what?
I
Maybe
do
we
like
should
the
go...
idea.
It's the American tradition.
Maybe we should go sing some karaoke.
Ooh, yeah.
So we'll be off Thursday. We are going to take us a break for the holiday and just go have fun as a team. So, yeah, we won't catch you next week. We will see you the week after that. Look for some videos in between there. And, yeah, that's it. We'll see you in 2 weeks. As we always say around here, keep on nerding. Motherfucker.
Get 'em.
Happy Pride.
Happy Pride! Watch Drag Kings! I forgot to put the outro.
Holy shit. Cut it.